So you said you don't want to take down the statues, but you do see something wrong with slavery.
Some statues I can understand, but why would you take somebody from England that's like King Louis?
Because he was a problem. He was involved in a part of history that we would love to try to get over. For one,
then what about I forget what her name is, the vice Kamala Harris. What about her family?
What does that mean?
You read her background in her family? That her great-grandfather was the biggest slave owner in Jamaica?
She shouldn't. I don't know. The thing is, Kamala Harris, to me, is a person that that does what it takes to get to where she's going, but she's still, there's nothing she can change about that.
Right.
But she still is not benefiting from being oppressed.
Right.
And she's not benefiting from that part of her lineage. I don't know that to be true. I don't even know, but you know that? That's crazy to me.
It's been said on CNN.
Yeah. Oh, but CNN, that is a Republican or Democratic channel, or the Republican channel, whatever one. I know the news is all propaganda.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can't.
It's been said on CNN. I think Rush Limbaugh and somebody else.
Oh, Rush Limbaugh, he's a Republican. This is. I mean, of course, he's gonna say, "Well, she owns slaves," and well, I can't even take that as face value. But regardless, she's still a black woman, and it seems like anytime someone makes that move and they're like black, they get that extra criticism. It's that extra, that extra background that Rush Limbaugh and Trump and them, and they, are you're voting for Trump?
I haven't decided yet.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a diehard Republican.
It's all your it's all your choice,
Yeah. But I usually don't vote. I'm not one of those I don't go in the ballot voting to hit straight Republican box either. I vote for the best candidate.
But if you're a diehard Republican, you're going to hit the Republican box. But it might not be as Donald Trump. Yeah. It could be someone else, but you're going to usually vote Republican.
Republican for the major party, but I vote few sometimes Democrats in Louisville local race.
Okay, well that's
sometimes they're the better candidate too.
That's good, you know.
Yeah.
I just personally believe that as long as the system stays the way it is,
and my wife's cousin is the biggest asshole in the politics.
See, and what's his name?
God damn, I just forgot his name. Not Speaker of the House. That's the Senate Majority Leader. Kentucky. I lost his name.
Yeah, I don't remember him either.
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. Okay, yeah. Well, all these guys are still applying the same rules to the same system.
Yeah.
I just was talking about this. You cannot change. We will never get equality if the system remains the same.
Congress, the Senate needs a term limit.
Everything, because it was built to oppress us.
Yeah.
The system was built for this. Even when we say the police department were founded for. What were they founded for?
Protection.
No. Slave catchers.
Yeah.
And protecting what? They wasn't protecting. Well, I guess we were assets. We were someone's property. So they were founded. The police were founded solely for slave catchers. Those same systems are still in place now. So now, so it all adds up when you start seeing the black men being killed and unarmed, and black women being killed, kids being killed in 2.2 seconds. We're watching. I watched a white man chase a cop around with a knife. They didn't even shoot him yet.
No.
They wait. It's just like they wait. They take every precaution not to. But Jameer Rice was 13 years old. They hopped on and killed him in 6 seconds with a toy gun.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a man wielding a knife, chasing you around your squad car, and you don't kill him. There is definitely a systematic problem there, and it is a personal problem, because if it was someone else, He seemed a little aggressive. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Clip, clip. Boom, 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 boom. He tried to kill me with a pencil. Or he was handcuffed. Killing handcuffed unarmed people too.
Yeah.
Shooting them. And said, oh, I thought he had a gun. Walk away.
I know a lot of them are so gun power happy.
Do you think the KKK has infiltrated the police department?
Yes.
Exactly.
Heavily. Yeah.
So now with that being said, do you see why we're feeling like we are a target?
Considering the KKK is also the majority of white gun owners too.
Yeah. Well, I guess a lot of white people own guns.
Yeah.
That's just they've owned guns. They've been grandfathered into having guns. It's just what it was. We're still trying to get equal with that. We're trying to get, even if we have the card, the permit to carry, the conceal and carry, we're still scared to say, I have a gun. Because there's something that doesn't sit well in the heart or the feeling when they like, oh, they got a gun. Like, I don't understand. Like, he can have a gun. He can have known for shooting, hunting things and all this. But you're less of a problem than I am with a gun. And I've never hunted. Never shot nothing alive.
Where's the difference I have?
You're right.
Yeah.
That's a problem, because then that shows us that we're not equal.
Yeah.
We're not equal. We're somehow we're somehow not human. I guess that's what they say, but I don't understand how when it's just color. When it's just color that we have, only thing that's different from us is just color.
That's
just color.
I go grizzly bear hunting every once in a while.
Yeah, but you're a hunter.
Right.
But you're less of a threat than me. Right. You actually are stalking things.
Right.
Stalking things and hunting things down.
Hunting things on private land too.
Yeah. That I couldn't get on. If I went to go get the same rights from someone that owns that land, he would probably think I was a threat for even coming to ask, what are you doing here? Even when we're supposed to be free, it don't feel like it. You walk around, you can be in a good neighborhood and you get stopped. You get stopped and they say, hey, where you going? Where am I going? Why does it matter?
Hey, don't feel so bad. Neighborhood I live in, I just restored a car and I get stopped all the time because they pull a car down and goes, oh, you're not black.
Oh, you must have bought it from a black man, or you got a tinted window?
I got tinted windows. I just restored a 73 Delta 8 Oldsmobile.
Oh, see? So see how they associate the car? See, it's constantly...
It's the style of car, you know.
Yeah, it's the style of car. It's the I don't know, the style of hat, the style of clothes. We're all doing the same thing. You see white boys with the car, with the hat, with the clothes, with the accent, with this everything. But it's the skin. The skin is the threat. Our skin is the threat, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If someone stops and they have a conversation like me and you, this is how it should be. We shouldn't feel threatened from one another. I shouldn't feel threatened of you. You shouldn't feel threatened of me.
How many how many people like me would come up and ask you what's going on?
A lot of people.
Okay.
You know why? This is one thing that I do know, and sometimes it's within good, and sometimes it's with just wanting to be in charge.
Yeah.
So now, like I just had this thing where me and my son was out fishing.
Right.
And this white man came and he flashed his wallet and closed it, and he asked me, did I have fishing license? He's a regular man. He had no right to ask me.
No.
That is simply feeling in charge. Like, I should ask this black man and his black son, why is he fishing here?
Yeah.
Which, is that right? I think it's more of an in charge thing. Some people will ask me to help me, like you did. You said, hey, you need help? That was kind. But a lot of times when we get accosted by white people, it is more to be in charge. Right. Why are you fishing here? Who told you to be here? And it's just like an authority thing. It's just more to be nosy, more to set the record straight, more to bring law and order when it's just like you don't have that authority. It's not like you're an authority figure. He's not the DNR. He was no one. He was just a regular walker that felt the need to have to ask me that. That right there, I don't like that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand
so
that.
I do get approached.
Yeah.
And not all the time in good like you did. Not all the time in good. A lot of times it's just simply to try to reprimand me, like
imitate, I'm tongue-tied this morning. Sorry. Imitation.
Yeah, trying to imitate some
Show
authority figure.
Yeah.
But it is a thing that is innate. It's in them because nothing in this world told you that you were not in charge.
Right.
What in this world said that you wasn't in charge? You've been read to know that you're better than that person. You're better than that person. I know you're at an age to where being racist was common.
Yeah.
Your people are probably saying, hey, it's different. You might not get marry this woman, or back then it couldn't happen. And so, you feel like they do, that they're in charge. I'm in charge of everything that happens around here, even when it is not my business. Which that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the feeling. And we feel like we constantly have to say, no, you're not in charge of me. I'm a grown man too. It shouldn't have to be like I always feel like I gotta stand up. But you do, because you're always being stepped on.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, statues want to stay up.
Right.
Donald Trump want to be blatantly racist. Biden is definitely racist as well because he's around the same age. Yeah. I'm not totally dumb to them being introvert or extrovert.
The president, all the president is just a puppet.
Is a front man for the
everybody else underneath.
They really run it.
Yeah.
The House and all that. They run the president. Yeah. The president just takes all of it.
Takes all the crap.
Yep. Why they make the laws and they tell them what to do. But the thing is, one thing that's different with the presidency this time around, they can't tell Trump what to do because Trump is a white man too. So he feels like, hold up, I'm white too.
Yeah.
How dare you tell me what to do?
That's why people don't like him.
No, he is just expressing his
feelings.
He's expressing what was taught to him.
Yeah.
He's an older man. That was taught to him.
Right.
He's expressing that. Honestly, I would rather have someone tell me that they're racist and they don't like black people because then I at least know where to stand. So it wouldn't be like getting close to a nice dog and getting bit. The dog's mean, you just won't mess with it. That's perfectly fine. Versus someone being sneaky about it.
And as for dogs are not mean. It's the owner that trains them.
Yeah, but more dogs that bite people are nice dogs because they're able to get close.
Right.
So what this description is just saying, I don't want something to portray to be nice or portray to like me, get you close and vulnerable, and then bite you.
Right.
Versus someone that it's a mean dog. They got it on the fence. The dog's barking. He's saying, "Hey, don't come over here. Yeah. You won't get bit by that dog." That is what Trump and Biden, to me.
Yeah.
That's why I said they're wings on the same plane. They both got the same beliefs, and just one chooses to say how they feel quite often and work on the way they feel, and one chooses to hide it. And then, he wants to grab the black vote, so he goes grab Kamala. And I'm personally on the, okay, I got a question for you. What do you feel about reparations? What do you think about reparations? Do you believe that should be paid? What do you think about that?
Well, what stuff that's
for slavery? For slavery specifically, what do you let me put context in it. Given that we have paid reparations to other nations, we do it for the natives.
How do we pay for the natives? Just give them land, tax-free land.
You give them land, and they get paid every month, right? That's reparations.
Yes. But
that's their form of reparations. They got casinos. They got lands. They have their own laws that they can make in their own land. Yeah. What do black people? What should black folks get for the amount of? Now we got to put 500 years in context. Now this has been 500 years. And everything that was benefit, everything that most of the things that you have is probably been handed down. You've had wealth handed down to you. The average black person is worth $17,000, and the average white person is worth almost 150. Right?
Right.
There's a problem there. Do you see anything wrong with reparations? What would you see for that?
I mean, I don't know how hard to explain it. I mean,
Well,
I believe there should be some payment taken in the past. I think you're done. There should be some compensation for the past, but everybody needs to go about doing it the right way.
And what is the right way?
Just get together, it's like, I don't judge a book by a cover.
Right.
More people need to think like I do.
Exactly.
I mean, the way I grew up, I was taught not to like you guys.
I know. I understand it.
Yeah.
Because it's just the way the world was.
I grew up in your.
Yep. Okay.
I grew up. You go get your paperwork.
I'll be right there.
I grew up in Western Kansas. The first black person where I lived at didn't move in the school district until I was 18 years old.
Okay.
But I've got friends that I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I live everybody around me except for me. There's like I'm surrounded by black people.
Now
Where I live at.
Because
I want to live in a certain neighborhood.
Right.
And I'm friends with everybody.
So yeah, go ahead.
But I've got friends that they're black people. They work for Ford. They walked up to me and me and Joe regular. Yeah, I just got promoted in Ford. I'm going to be the new token now.
Yeah. Well, we know what that is.
But when you've got friends, black people that even admit that, to your face.
Yeah, and it's sad because it's a condition.
Yeah.
It's a condition that has been embedded in us, and it is, and because you're aware of, there's house blacks, and there's yard blacks.
Yeah.
So that is a condition.
Right.
It's to make you. I'm gonna bring you in.
Right.
You're gonna be the token. I'm bringing you in. You're gonna be the token. So now you get to look down on the yard.
Yeah.
When you're not understanding, you're still that. You're still a black. You're still oppressed. You're still being held down. But you're still being bossed around.
But the funny thing is, he's the only supervisor when somebody goes on break or vacation. He's the only one that fills in the line.
Because he's there.
He's dedicated to his job and he knows what to do. But it's just. Yeah. But like I said, he's a good friend. He walks into he's got the Ford plan and all that.
Yeah.
He walks into Ford to go buy a new Lincoln.
Ooh.
Because he has the money. But he walks in and goes to buy the Lincoln. He goes, he wanted to pay this price for it and all that. He goes, we can't get you that deal. I said, I want this price for it. Because we can't offer the deal because you're cut. Okay, now you're not offering because here's the Ford A plan.
Yeah.
They had to pay. He had to pay. They had to give the car for less than what he was going to pay for it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, but
he wanted because he wanted to see how he would be treated.
Right.
Even though he wasn't wearing a nice suit and all that.
Right. Well, I mean, he's going to be treated like he is, regardless. At the end of the day, you can walk in with not a suit on.
Right.
You're going to walk into the bank and you're going to get a loan for whatever you ask for. Because something about you says that you got it.
When they run my
you're
credit,
worth it.
When they run my credit, they go, no.
It'd be hard for them to deny you, even with, just like when they used to do redlining and things like that for as far as where we could live and where we could go and buy homes. It didn't matter our qualification. We could be double qualified and still you will be our boss. Yeah. And that's just a sign of education. It doesn't work for us as well. Like the system, as long as the system is where it's at,
it's never going
to get better for us. And as long as even though you was a young kid coming up in a world that caters to you, you didn't have to like blacks, you didn't have to be around them, you didn't have to respect them, and as long as you can say, hey, to your grandkids now, I met black people that are not all bad. They all don't do the things that we thought they did. And if you don't take anything in recordings that we're watching, take that to mind and say, look, wow, it's not them all the time.
No.
You have bad apples in every bunch.
Yeah.
But all of us are not that.
No.
You know, just like all white people are not racist. Some of them just don't know. Some of them been up here so long that they just don't get it.
They don't care, yeah.
They just don't get it. They don't even care. So it's like, I don't care. I don't care because, I mean, really, it doesn't affect me. So, but I understand that. And it's good talking to you.
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Craig. It's just the way people are raised, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hey, you guys.
I was raised to treat everybody with respect, so. Right,
and that's a good thing,
yeah.
You know. Regardless, even the respect.
Even though I did come from a silver spoon society.
Oh, right, and an all white society and say, hey, these people here, don't mess with them. Go over there, you get all the help in the world, and we're just trying to get there. Yeah. At the end of the day, we're just trying to get where you guys are. We just want that equality. Yeah. We want to be equal. We want to get equal pay, equal rights, equal housing. We want equal, especially after a traumatic entrance into this America.
Yeah.
Traumatic. 500 years worth. So, reparations it is?
Yeah.
So you agree with reparations?
Yeah, I agree with it.
That's good. Well, hey, you guys, this is the Goddamn Truth. My man Craig, we had a good conversation today about race and everything. So I appreciate him. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping through. Yeah. And you have a good day, all right?
Not everybody's bad.
You got anything you want to say?
No.
Huh?
No, I don't have anything to say.
All right, good job, man. I really appreciate the conversation.